A good Erev Shabbos thought from the saying of Slichos this morning I wanted to share before Shabbos. In the Slichos, the main one that we say responsibly, the one that we go back and forth. So there's a three-word sentiment that was intrigued me. It says that we appeal to Kadosh Baruch Hu, the one who is the gracious living one, be gracious to me. L'kol zaki b'grani, to the sound of my shout that is in my throat. B'shamacha taneni, when you hear it, respond. What does that mean? The sound, kol zaki, the cry that comes, the voice, the cry that comes out from my garoin. What is that referring to? So the Mepharshim point out that we say B'terem Yigrov v'ni'ena is a concept of Kadosh Baruch Hu responding even before we say anything. Hashem knows and he responds. So then why the Zaka? What do we need? What is the calls and why Begrani? Why Bedafka, the Garoin, the throat? And I was thinking that, sometimes there are situations where we just are stuck and we're either despondent or we're angry at Hashem and we just can't get it out. So nevertheless, we can't say the words because it's too difficult. We can't find the words. We're so dejected. We can't say it because we're just too angry to talk to Hashem, but at least cry out, Zoka. But why the Garoin? The Garoin, there are many different parts of our mouth that different letters of the aleph base come from. The ice of the teeth, of the tongue, the lips, and the palate. But the ones that come from the deepest part is from the Garoin. Those are the letters aleph, hey, ches, ayin. I saw Remez, aleph, hey, ches, ayin says, Ona Hashem chatasi avisi. And it's part of the viva that we say. It's basically saying, God, I missed the boat. I don't know. I must have done something wrong, but I don't know what I did wrong, and I don't understand it. But at least I admit I'm missing something, and I need you desperately. Even though I'm angry, I'm dejected, but I'm calling out and I'm crying out. The Garoin is sometimes, we choke. We feel like we're choking. We're actually choking to death. And how do you know that the child has some life to him, or the person choking? If you hear the breathing, you hear the krechts coming out. The aleph, hey, the ches, ayin are the only letters you could say from that part of the body. And sometimes we feel choked, and sometimes we just have nothing else but to say, help me, and cry out. And sometimes we can't utter the words. And that's sometimes predicament. Someone very close to me showed me a beautiful sentiment from this question. We were discussing it, and Rav Shimshon Pinkus says in his Sefer Shar Mitzvah, one of the first one I think in the list, even though it's not ordered in that order in the Sefer, but the first one is tzaka or zaka, crying out. He says crying out is when you can't say it, you're just stuck. You're stuck and you just scream. And you just scream out. That's the only thing you can do because you don't have the words or the ability to express it because of your frustration or your anger. Nevertheless, it's an admission. On Hashem Chatasi, I realize I have to submit. I have to, as I spoke the other day, surrender. If I want everything the way I want it, then I'm choking. I'm choking because I'm not allowing my connection to you through the Yipach B'Yapa, the breath that Hashem infused us through our nostrils, and we use to talk. Without the air that we use when we speak, we wouldn't be able to speak. The most elemental part is the cry from the throat, from the Garoin, and we admit it. We know there's something that we're missing. We don't understand it, we're not ready to accept it, but we know. And if we do that, Terem Yigrov v'ni'ena, it's all Hashem has to hear. We have to surrender a little bit. We have to give up what we think we need, what we want, and say, maybe, on Hashem, Chatasi Avisi, Kol Zaki B'Reini. May we be sensitive to those who are in those situations and help them pray for them. And those who are in those situations, cry to Hashem, show some level of submission, cry out instead of choking to death. It's Hashem, Kadosh Baruch Hu give us the ability to connect, and he'll be Siyata Shmaya as the capital goes on. B'shalmacha taneni, Slichos tarveni, increase to me forgiveness, Chayim tuchtaveni, and write me in the book of life.